and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. Thank you very much for joining me for another day. It's really lovely to have you along. And I also wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has liked and commented on my Vlogmas videos so far. I really appreciate it, and every time I have a quiet moment I'm sort of trying to reply to a couple of comments. It's really lovely to read them all and to hear people saying they're enjoying my Vlogmas. So I really appreciate them. So thank you if you've commented and liked my videos so far. Just wanted to say that before I launch into today's video. So today is Sunday the 3rd of December, and I'm on a bit later today than I have been the last couple of days. It's just coming up to lunchtime here now, and the reason I'm on a bit later is because we were up and out early this morning, and then we've just been busy all morning somehow, so now I've finally got a quiet moment. So this morning we're up early as ever, but we decided to go out for breakfast as a family, just the 4 of us, which is something we do every now and then, and we haven't been for a while, so we thought it might be a fun way to start the day. We just went to our local Premier Inn. They have a lovely buffet breakfast with something for everyone. So it's something, yeah, we always enjoy doing. I think we were out of the house at about 7:30, so it's really quiet in town, which is quite nice to walk through town without any cars being out on the roads or anything. And it wasn't actually as cold this morning. The temperature's definitely gone up, so the car didn't need de-icing, which is a bonus too. So yeah, it's a really nice start to the day, and I took a few photos, so I'll pop them in a little bit in the video. So that's how we started our day, and we were going to go to the park after breakfast, which we often do, but actually today's a bit damp, and so my children weren't too fussed with it being a bit wet out there, so they were very keen actually to come back home, because this morning we have been putting up our Christmas decorations. So yeah, we got home from breakfast, my husband went straight up to the loft and started getting everything down, and my children have been decorating the Christmas tree and putting up some Christmas ornaments and all that sort of thing. So it's been really nice and festive. We had Christmas music playing. It was nice to get out all the ornaments and remember them from previous years. So yeah, it's been a lovely morning, very festive. And I took a few pictures and footage of us doing that, so I'll pop those in a bit too, so you can see what we're up to and how our tree looks and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've been up to this morning briefly, but I'll launch into the video now, and I'll share first of all what we found Elf up to this morning, because before we went out for breakfast we had to find out what Elf had been up to in the night. And this morning we found him in our downstairs cloakroom, and he had somehow found his way into my husband's shaving supplies from the bathroom upstairs, brought them downstairs and got himself set up with a little shaving setup. So I'll put a picture so you can see. So he'd got the sort of shaving cream, he'd got my husband's razor, and he'd even lathered himself up a little bit, although he'd used cotton wool. I think maybe he was a bit nervous of the shaving foam himself, so he got himself sort of ready to go on the shaving front. And he looked like he'd had quite a lot of fun with the shaving foam though, because he'd drawn a little picture of himself on the mirror. So yeah, I think maybe he was inspired by the picture my daughter drew of him yesterday, and he thought he'd try a little self-portrait, but that was what he was up to this morning. So yeah, that gave my children a good giggle yeah, before he went out. So that's what Elf was up to, and then I'll share as usual what I'm wearing today. I was a bit tired this morning. I was up a bit late last night, having been at my friend's house, so I woke up a little bit half asleep and just threw on something that I always find quite nice and comfy and easy to wear, which is this dress. And this dress I'm using a woven dress pattern I really love. I've talked about it before. It's this one here, the Cassiope dress pattern by I Am Patterns. So it's woven dress pattern for kind of like an oversized smock style or baby doll style dress. It's got these raglan sleeves and this sort of batwing style sleeve, which I quite like that feature, and then quite a simple gathered skirt. And it's quite a simple, so it comes together quite nicely and quite quickly. Because of the raglan sleeves, there's no setting in of sleeves, which is quite nice. And this is my first version I made. I've had it for years and I always love wearing it. I made it in like a viscose twill fabric, which has gone really soft as I've washed it through the years. It's lovely and soft to wear now. I got this from Minerva a long time ago. I don't think it's still in stock anymore. It's probably, yes, long sold out, but it's just a sort of geometric print in it, which I quite like, in a sort of black, and then it's got different greys on the print. And yeah, it's because it's a viscose twill, it's quite nice and cozy, so it's perfect for kind of a winter dress. It's just really relaxed and easy to pull on. And then over the top of it, I decided to wear one of my knitted cardigans. I mentioned in a video fairly recently how I'm really making a big effort to actually wear the garments I've knitted, because I tend to kind of keep them in the cupboards and not get them out too much, but I really enjoy wearing them. And this cardigan is so lovely and cozy. It was perfect for wearing out when it was a bit chilly first thing this morning heading to breakfast. So yeah, it's a knitted cardigan. I knitted, you can see it's in like a garter stitch. Is that right? Yeah, garter stitch, and with a little ribbing here and then ribbing around the sort of neckband here, and it's cropped, so I'll stand up a bit so you can see. And I kind of knitted it to be sort of like a relaxed fit, I guess. Yeah, so I can just pop it on over dresses like I have today. And the pattern I use for this cardigan is another All About Amy pattern, actually, like the hat I mentioned yesterday. It's this cardigan pattern here, the Downtown cardigan. So it's kind of for like an oversized, slouchy cardigan. It's not got a button band on, you just kind of designed to wear it open. And the cardigan is designed to be knitted in bulky yarn, and I made my first version in bulky yarn, which is really, really, really cosy. But for this version, I sort of adapted the pattern a little bit and went with the basic pattern, but changed it up a bit to make it cropped. And also I made it in a lighter weight yarn. So this is like a Aran weight yarn. It's the Merry Fine yarn by We Are Knitters, which I really like. So I think I had to use smaller needles as well. I think this needs maybe, what size needle? 8mm needles, and I think I might have used 5mm on this. So it's knitted a lot more finely and less chunky than the original cardigan pattern. But actually I love it in this weight. It's not super cozy. It's kind of like a really nice cardigan that works and doesn't make me too overheated. So yeah, it's a really nice one. I'm glad I spent a bit of time adapting the pattern to make it into this. I've got a pink version too, in a different yarn, a Wool and the Gang equivalent. I can't remember what it's called now. I think it might be called the One Merino. It used to be called something else, can't remember. But that yarn is just slightly chunkier, so my pink cardigan is slightly cozier and thicker and bulkier, and this one's slightly more softer. So I quite like this one actually. So yeah, that was what I've been wearing today. I'm starting to feel a bit warm actually sitting on the sofa wearing this, but I'll put a picture up so you can see what this outfit's like on. It's really nice and comfy, and I'm just, yeah, really making a big effort to get my knitted garments out, so it's nice to have this one on today. And actually I've got another one of these cardigans that I'm partway through knitting at the moment, and it's been sitting for absolutely ages in a little project bag next to the sofa, but I haven't done anything with it for ages. So yeah, this is the project bag here. It's a little Cadbury's Well bag from when we visited quite a while back. And yeah, I'm planning on knitting another version, the same as this one, but in the same wool, but in the navy colourway of this Merry Fine wool. Because I thought it's nice having a black version. I thought a navy version would be really practical and really wearable too, and would go with a lot of things in my wardrobe too. So yeah, I really fancy knitting that up as like a basic knitted garment. So I've done the back and the two fronts from memory, I think, and I just need to do the sleeves now and then get it all sewn up and the neckband sort of added on and that sort of thing. But I kind of put it aside, I think for at least 6 months or so I haven't touched it, because I've been doing other sort of smaller crochet and knitting projects and got distracted by other things. So I really need to get back to this one. It's not, I'm usually quite keen on finishing one project before I move on to the next project when it comes to, well, I guess probably sewing and knitting and crochet, but somehow this one has just got put aside. So yeah, I need to get back onto it, and I guess now's the perfect time of year to try and finish it ahead of the cold weather, maybe in January and February, although that might be optimistic as to how fast I'll be at finishing it. But yeah, I should really get on with that one, because it'd be lovely to have a navy version too, because they're such handy cardigans and I feel like I can throw them on over loads of different things in my wardrobe. So yeah, that's a bit of knitting whip that I really need to get back on with. So that's what I'm wearing today, and then I had a few other things to talk about. The first one was the evening last night. So I mentioned yesterday I went out to my friend's house and we had a lovely evening. We did end up watching both Love Actually and Die Hard, well, which are the two films I took along with me. We kind of just had them on in the background actually, and we mainly chatting, but it was a really nice evening. And I ended up just wearing actually a sweatshirt and some jogging bottoms, because I texted my friends beforehand and said, what's everyone wearing? Are you dressing up or are you kind of going cozy? And everyone was saying, yes, it's freezing out there, I'm going cozy, I'm just wearing loungewear. So that is what I wore, and I thought I'd share my lovely slipper socks that I took along. I think I might have shared them maybe in Vlogmas last year or the year before, but I always love getting them out at this time of year, and they're perfect for taking with me somewhere else, a bit less bulky than my actual slippers. And these are my slipper socks here, so this one foot and here's the other one. And I've got a couple of pairs of these. I knitted this really cute sparkly yarn, and this isn't something I made actually. This is some slipper socks my mum made for me for Christmas or my birthday or something a couple of years back. I always really love getting them out. I usually wear them over the top of a pair of socks, so they're just an extra layer and really nice and cozy. So yeah, I really enjoyed having them on last night. I love the pink sparkly yarn. I guess it feels like it's a bit sort of Barbie style now, because I know that kind of movies brought back pink quite a bit. So yeah, yeah. Okay, they kept me nice and cozy last night, which is lovely. And one of my friends, actually, when we were there, she gave us all little presents, so I thought I'd share that too, what she got. I got a little chocolate teddy, which is quite nice, because I think often at Christmas the children get quite a lot of chocolates, but me and my husband don't get so many, so that is quite a nice little chocolate teddy for me. And they also got this little goodie bag from her as well, and she popped in some lovely hand cream, which is quite handy actually for this time of year. Definitely can feel my hands, yeah, definitely could do with a bit of hand cream now. It's getting to the colder months. And then also a little lip salve, which is peppermint as well, and I love peppermint sort of scent. So yeah, that was really nice. A nice little unexpected little gift last night. So it was a really nice evening. But yeah, we were up a little bit later and then up early this morning, so I am tired today, but I'm sort of powering through. And one other thing I wanted to share actually was when we were decorating the tree, I thought I'd grab my new bauble that I got this year and share it with you. And this is a bauble we got in the summer actually. We haven't been to a garden centre yet this winter, and my children haven't chosen new baubles for the tree. I think we're going to do that later this month. But we got this bauble when we went this summer to Disneyland Paris, which was such a lovely trip, and we were really lucky to go. We had a wonderful time there. It was very magical. And my children had a bit of spending money when they were there and bought a couple of bits themselves. But the only thing I bought for myself, or for the family really, was this bauble, because I thought it'd be really nice to hang on the tree every year and remind us of having been to Disneyland Paris. So I've got this really cute little Christmassy bauble with Mickey and Minnie in. They're sort of frolicking in the snow, looking very cute in their little snowy outfits and scarves. So it's got a little dusting of sort of sparkly snow on top. And I thought that was really sweet. And I love sort of traditional Disney. So yeah, that'd be really nice on the tree. So that is going to be looking pretty on the tree. I'm just going to pop it up now I've shown you. But yeah, that was my new bauble from this year. So I think that's everything that I've got to share for now. So I'm going to go and get some lunch now. And then after lunch, we've got a few bits planned. There's still a few other Christmas decorations that haven't gone up yet. I think we need to pop out to the supermarket as well for a few bits. So I will catch up with you guys a little bit later this afternoon. So yeah, I'll leave you with a little montage of our morning, and I'll see you a little bit later. Bye. Again now, and it's quite a lot later in the day here now. It's starting to go dark outside, and it's been a good afternoon. We made it out to the supermarket, which was good to get a few bits we needed. And while we were there, Elf was very excited because he made a friend, so we took a picture of him having a chat with a fellow elf. So I think he enjoyed that, and my daughter quite enjoyed introducing them. So I think he was glad he came on that trip out with us. And then we got back home and we've done a few more, so putting up a few more Christmassy bits around the house. And what we also decided to do for a bit of fun was a mince pie taste test. So my husband and son both love mince pies. They always like to have a few mince pies in stock in the house over the sort of festive season. My daughter and I aren't big fans, but we thought we'd take charge of a taste test and see which mince pies they preferred. So we've got 3 different types of mince pies. I'll pop up a picture of them all here. We got ones from Waitrose, classic Mr. Kipling's, and Tesco Finest, so a slightly fancier option. And my husband and son tried all 3, and their verdict was that they liked the Mr. Kipling ones the least, because even though it says they are deep filled mince pies, they found there was too much pastry and not enough filling. But they really liked the Waitrose and the Tesco Finest, and they both got really good scores. I think one got 19 out of 20 and the other got 18 out of 20. So yeah, very good scores. They liked them both. I think my husband marginally preferred the Tesco Finest. My son marginally preferred the Waitrose, but they'd have been happy to eat more of each of those. I think they'd have been happy to eat more of the Mr. Kipling as well, but they liked the others just that little bit better. So I thought I'd mention that in case any of you are in the UK, that my husband and son would recommend the Waitrose and the Tesco Finest if you're looking for some nice mince pie. So yeah, that was a bit of fun to do that taste testing. I think we all enjoyed that. And our plan for the rest of the day, I think, is just to have a bit of a chilled one. We're kind of winding down now into the evening. And I'm going to try and get a bit of an early night tonight because I am a little bit tired. So yeah, going to make an effort to go to bed early tonight. And as you can see, now that we're kind of getting into that winding down part of the day, I've changed and I've got on a nice cosy sort of loungewear outfit. So I'm wearing a pair of ready to wear joggers, but I have got a Handmade sweatshirt on. And this is my sort of coziest sweatshirt that I always get out when the weather's getting particularly cold. I really love this one. I think I made it last year because I'd made another sweatshirt in a fleeceback sweatshirting fabric, but I wasn't finding it quite thick and cozy enough when the weather got really cold. So I went and had a look online to find some really thick sweatshirt fleece fabric to make an extra cozy sweatshirt. And I found this fabric, and it's one from Fabric Godmother. And I just had a look actually online, and they still have it in stock and in quite a few different colours. So I've obviously got the pink colour, which is in stock, and they also have it in a lovely emerald green colour actually. I remember when I got the pink, I was quite tempted by the emerald green too. They've also got it in a cobalt blue and in a black and a navy and a cream and maybe some other colours, I'm not sure. And what's quite cool about this fabric is you can also buy matching ribbing in the colour. So as you can see, I've got the ribbing here, I've got it on the cuffs and the neckband and also on the hemband, and it's a perfect colour match. And I quite like that because I often think if you buy sweatshirt fabrics online and if they're not that stretchy, this has only got 10% stretch, and you do want ribbing on the neckband and the cuffs and that sort of thing, but it can be quite hard to find something that matches, and then it can be quite hard sometimes to find, or you might not want a contrasting colour, or find the right contrasting colour can be quite hard. So I love it when you can get the matching ribbing. And this fabric is 70% cotton and 30% poly mix, but it's just so lovely and thick. It really is very cozy sweatshirt fleece fabric. So if you're looking for something that's really cozy, for a nice cozy sweatshirt, I definitely recommend this. Or would make a lovely pair of joggers too. Although, because it's not the super stretchiest fabric, you wouldn't want to make, like, I guess, too tight a pair of joggers. It'd have to be a bit looser to give you room to like bend about. But yeah, I really like this pink one. I've got loads of out of this sweatshirt. And the pattern I use for this sweatshirt, you might be able to recognise. It's one of my favourites. Is this one here, which is the Jara sweatshirt pattern by Megan Nielsen. And I'm wearing just this version here today, the kind of classic sweatshirt with the round neck and cuffs and hemband. It's got this dropped shoulder and quite a relaxed fit. I've always sized down, well, I make the size 0, which is for my bust, but my waist and hips are slightly larger, but I've always gone for the straight size 0 because it is quite roomy. It's got quite a boxy fit. But yeah, it's really cool. I love all the different versions in the Jara. There's also this tie front version here. There's an option for like a dipped hem. There's also a funnel neck, so another neckline too, and a couple of ways of finishing the sleeves and the cuffs. So yeah, it's a really versatile pattern. It's one I really love, and I love the basic version. This one is just very, very comfy to wear. So I'm looking forward to relaxing in it this evening. So yeah, it's just a very chilled out, relaxed evening here planned tonight, and then tomorrow will be Monday, so my children will be back at school, so I'm hoping to do some sewing tomorrow, so fingers crossed for that. So I'll finish this video off here, and I'll see you again for day 4 of Vlogmas tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching again today, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye!